Good afternoon, everyone, or evening, or morning, or wherever it is where you are. This is Video Game Playing Friends Club with Frankie Coleman
and Eric Lloyd, and we are going to play a video game today. And which game are we playing today, Frank?
Well, if you would look at the screen for once, you would see that we're playing Ghouls'n Ghosts.
The questions for the audience's benefit.
I don't. What? There's an audience? We're gonna have an audience?
Yeah, that's a good point. So,
let's just break the magic here. We're not on a Sega Genesis, sadly, because we couldn't get that to record. It was too old school with a K.
Yeah, so we're playing on the Nintendo Wii, which, as we all know, is the least hardcore system available on the market. So, but that making it the most hardcore.
A literal fairy came into my room and giggled at me for playing on the system.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. So, Ghouls'n Ghosts. This is a game I'm not too familiar with. This is more of a Frankie game, and I think as we do these videos, we're gonna kind of, I imagine we'll probably be like trading off between games that both of us know. Because growing up, I'd say we played similar games growing up, right?
Yeah, but like there's certain games that I never saw that you saw hours of, and like you never really saw this until high school.
Yeah, so I guess like for the well, yeah, I'd say like during the 16-bit era, you played games that I didn't really play, and I'd say like during the 3D era, I played games that you didn't play.
Yeah,
like
oh, you played a lot of games I didn't back then. I was stuck on Super Nintendo and PlayStation for a while.
So
all right, here's the first screen.
Yeah, look at that image right off the bat. A crucified skeleton. That's
Jesus.
Is that the NES version?
No. Actually, you can tell this is on Sega Genesis because of all the crucifixions going on.
Wait, so
look at that NES tree in the background.
Oh god, that's pretty bad.
And it's actually, I think that is the worst image in the game. Not to disparage the game. This game is quite a technical marvel for when it came out. It looks very close to the arcade version and actually sounds better.
So why are you playing this version over the arcade version?
Actually, the arcade version isn't available really right now, at least on the Wii. You can get it on like the Capcom Classics collection.
I thought it was on the Wii.
No, oh man, I would own that right now.
Wait, which arcade one's on?
The arcade. I'm actually going to talk about, or we'll talk about the confusion going on in this series because.
Oh, you mean how like they're all titled the same fucking thing?
They all have really similar titles.
Ghosts and Goblins and Ghouls and Ghosts and Ghosts, Goblins.
It's Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts,
Grimalkins and Ghouls, Wolves and Wendigos.
I don't know why they keep giving me the sword. This is supposed to be on pro mode.
Is that the hardest weapon?
It's the hardest weapon to use, but it is the most powerful. I think it's more powerful than the Goddess Bracelet, which for some reason in this has the name Psycho Bracelet, I think. Which Psycho Cannon, which is a word the Japanese game developers at least at Capcom really liked in the 80s.
What, Psycho?
Like the word psycho and then like some really active word after it. Like Psycho, like what are M. Bison's moves?
Oh yeah, like Psycho Crusher.
Yeah, Psycho Crusher.
He had the Psycho power. That was like a story.
Yeah, he's not.
Is that the best weapon?
The dagger. This is the dagger. This is considered the best weapon, and in this game, I guess it is. I remember this on the arcade version. The weapons. There's really only like 5 weapons in this game.
Wait, so this is the first game, or?
Oh, did I say this was the first game? I'm sorry. This is the second game in the series.
Oh, okay.
It came out about 4 or 3 years after the first game.
Wait, so this is Ghouls and Ghosts?
This is Ghouls and Ghosts for the Sega Genesis. I should have said that to begin with if I didn't.
Ghosts and Goblins.
Ghosts and Goblins is the game that came out in 1985, either right before or right after Super Mario Brothers.
So, Super Ghouls and Ghosts that's the third one.
That is the third one. It came out on Super Nintendo. It was not originally released for arcade. I just found this out yesterday. It is the only home port, like a port of the game brought to home that Capcom ever touched themselves.
Wait, what? Oh, you mean like?
They
I thought you said it wasn't an arcade port.
No, it wasn't an arcade port, but like, they didn't do any of the home versions of the original 2 games.
Oh,
shoot.
Like, oh, that makes sense.
A company, whose name I forget at the moment. I forget their name. It's a really crummy name. I should have, I should have remembered this.
No, who's that?
Oh, this is Shielder. This is the first boss.
I thought this is Dullahan.
This is he is a Dullahan, but his name is Shielder. It's like saying, "Oh, look, it's human."
Oh shit, he got hit.
I did get hit. That was the first time I got hit the whole level.
So you had these when you were a kid. Like,
I have the cartridge right in front of me. This is one of, if not,
your street cred. You got the cartridge.
Oh,
so you
yeah, man.
You can play it all the way.
I got cred with like 10 Ks before it.
Whoa, what the fuck?
This is like the hardest level.
I remember this one.
This level is gonna be
This is the level with the antlions, right?
Oh yeah.
What's that goop?
The goop. This game is weird because each level describes how, oh crap, a certain area of the world was affected by the Makai Mora plague. I think Makai Mora is the Japanese title. You actually know these better than I do.
Yeah,
I died.
It's Makai Mora. It's like Demon World Village.
Yeah, Demon World Village. The Demon World Village depicted here is seeping out from the mountain and into the human realm because
it just looks like shitty graphics to me.
Oh, that's cruel. This is one of the first games in Sega, actually.
It looks like it.
Well, the backgrounds are just the backgrounds aren't real. They don't hold up that
draw
well.
anything in the back.
Well,
get the axe.
I don't want that axe.
Get the axe.
I don't want the axe. You want me to get the axe?
No, I heard it's bad. That's why I want you to get it.
I'm sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. The plot of this game is that they actually took out the opening for the Sega version.
I thought well,
I actually don't need the armor. I don't know why I'm so desperate to get it.
Wait, so you had these like when you were young, right?
I had these. This is one of the first games I ever had.
Did you think like they were too hard for you? Because these games are fucking hard. Like I didn't really. I remember the first time I ever played one was when you lent me Super G&G in high school, and I didn't know you could
stink.
I didn't know you could double jump, so I couldn't get past the first level.
A lot of people don't know you could double jump.
It's funny because like now I don't know why I didn't try to, I guess, but
no one. Apparently, people just don't want to press jump again when they're in the air. But I'm so trigger happy that I just jam buttons, and maybe that's how I figured it out. But when I was very little, my brother Danny, who's 10 years older than me, so it was the perfect game playing age. I got to watch him play a lot of Sega games more than Nintendo. I don't think he ever really played Nintendo, actually. He was a Sega kid without any sort of thought about it.
Is that why he stopped playing games?
It might have. Oh, man!
After Sega died?
Yep.
Is that what did it?
No,
he stopped way before that.
He stopped way before that.
So, yeah, like, I didn't really even really see these games until Super Ghouls and Ghosts. I think it was on Nick Arcade, and
that's where a lot of people I think ran into that.
I always thought they were
a lot of people our age.
I always thought they were American.
It's weird. Like I can clearly tell they're not American. Ooh, I can clearly tell they're not American now. I have something to say about this section actually. Each section is differently affected by the ghoul realm, and this one this is some sort of windmill village affected by turtles. Oh god. This is one of the worst weapons.
You're doing pretty good with it.
I'm okay. Well, it hits more than one thing at once, but it's very very slow.
Why is Arthur? Why does he even bother wearing armor? It doesn't do anything.
Well, would you rather get shot once or twice and die?
Yeah, but he should get better armor. How powerful are these demons?
Well, these demons are so incredibly powerful that I think it's actually explained why Arthur can just throw these weapons infinitely. They're blessed by the goddess.
That doesn't explain anything.
Yeah, it does. He can just keep throwing them. They keep repeating themselves. Like you are. So get off my back, Dad!
What about the treasure chest? Are those explained?
Ooh, god damn it.
I remember you showing me these before. If you open a certain amount of chests, there's like an order to the chest.
Oh, right? There is an order to the chest. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to keep me on topic.
Like, I
There's a
never
very
got that part of the game, so that's why I suck.
I actually figured that out when I was a kid. I played this one a little bit, and then by the time I was old enough to play games by myself, we had Super Ghouls'n Ghosts, and that was the new game, so I was going to play that. And after a while, I figured out, like, okay, in Super Ghouls'n Ghosts, it's actually kind of fair. The first chest is always a weapon. The second one is always this is if you're wearing the normal armor already.
See, like, it's already more complex than, like, what I'm used to.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
I didn't even make it to the checkpoint.
That wasn't even fair. That was off screen.
That enemy, if you've never seen this game but you know the series, you're going to see something you may be wondering why you haven't seen yet.
Oh, I think
don't say what it is, because like there's at least one person who's going to be surprised by this.
Nobody.
That could be someone's name. Mr. Nobody.
Mr. Nobody.
Mr. Nobody in the way back. I can make it. I don't need that.
I hate how, like, there's a little armor icon that gives you points, but it's not a power up. Like,
well, those are points for continues, and
yeah,
like this still has the arcade
don't
mentality.
Make it a fucking armor. Make it like
it's a person. He's not actually wearing armor.
What?
He's not. He's a naked Arthur. The one wearing armor is worth more points.
No.
That little glowing man.
Yeah. Oh, isn't it in one of the games? It's like a little Arthur, right?
It's more distinct.
Like in every other video game in the universe.
Actually, it's only in this one, I think. In Super Ghouls'n Ghosts, I was playing that game last night.
I think it's a suit of armor.
It's Arthur naked, and that's worth like 200 points. And Arthur, like, it's a little Arthur. It's implied to be an Arthur wearing armor, and that's worth 500.
Well, what I mean is, like...
But, like, when you see the actual armor power-up, it's very much more distinct.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, in every other game in the universe, like, when you see a little representation of you, it means you're getting something good. Like, in this, it's like, it just seems like it's mean to even... It's like when you first play Castlevania and you see all these hearts everywhere.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit, hearts! Like, this game's easy. You keep getting your life back. And then like, you're like, wait, no, they don't do anything. Well, like they power up your sub weapons, but like, oh hey, it's what do we know? It's that
everyone's favorite feed. Why did I say that? Oh, let's stop playing now.
You sounded like low energy too. You were just like,
I didn't feel it when I was saying it. I'm gonna cheat the game and run away from him. I made it to the checkpoint.
At the checkpoint?
It's everyone's favorite forgotten Capcom enemy.
No, he was in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
That was after a 20-year absence.
Yeah, but he's not forgotten. Gone, but not
I was
forgotten.
actually surprised. We should talk about that actually.
Talk about
my
Gargoyle's Quest, which he's in, and it is superior to this.
Ooh. Those are some opinions on the internet.
What are am I gonna like raise the ire of Ghouls'n Ghosts fans? What are Ghouls'n Ghosts fans like?
We're very quiet. There's not that many of us, and we all know every single thing about the game, so there's nothing to talk about.
Are they all sad like Mega Man fans?
At
the time of this recording,
I've gotten off topic. I want to right before we get into that, I want to say one thing. The antlion section we were just in, I didn't realize this when I was a kid. Maybe it's blatantly obvious. There's a chest back there. I don't know how to activate. Oh shit. There's some like dragonflies flying around.
Yeah.
Those are the antlions that lived there, having fully grown up.
Yeah.
I didn't know that when I was a kid, and I figured this out like in high school or something.
Cool touch.
It's really pretty cool, and I think it's one of the only places you see them in the game. Ooh.
You just throw a Pokeball at you.
Yeah, it's got a I don't know. I almost said Wizrobe. It's got an eyeful. I got an eyeful there.
So you're already halfway through the game.
I will be soon.
This game is really short.
This game is
I think Capcom was ripping you off here back then.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, you gotta play the game. You gotta play the game twice. So you get twice as much.
Spoiler alert.
What?
Did you?
I guess people don't know that.
How did you think about that when you were a kid? Because I think that's nonsense.
It's weird. I'm so neutral about this game.
Oh
like,
no!
I'm an old man. Hey, Goku!
You turned into a representation of like actual Ghouls'n Ghosts fans.
Hey, Prin.
Oh, now you're back to normal.
Oh, I'm normal again. I shouldn't talk like this anymore.
What did you think of what did you and
crap.
the fellow? What do you guys call yourselves?
I'm literally the only Ghouls and Ghosts fan I've ever. I haven't even met me.
You call yourselves like goblet heads, or
goblets,
goblet ghoul,
the ghoul
goblites, deadites.
Oh well, now it's the deadites. Come on, armor. No.
What do they call the monsters in this? Ooh.
Well, they're
got lucky.
They are both ghouls and ghosts. I swear to God, there's not one goblin in Ghosts and Goblins, unless you count like that.
There's no demon village either.
Well, this is the demon village. We're in it now. Like they've taken over.
Yeah, but
and it's like the last level is kind of the village, but there's a castle. The bosses in this are kind of easy once you get like, especially like this one's taking a few more hits than I thought he would.
Take a
key for coming in.
What was I gonna say?
Here's the best level. Everyone shut up and just look.
No.
Everyone stop discussing video games, friends, and clubs for just a fucking moment.
Oh god, it's an elevator stage. Can you imagine like playing this shit in the arcade?
This is
Have you ever played this in the arcade? I've
played the arcade version. The arcade version of this game is
No, I mean like you played it actually in the arcade, like on a stick.
Yes.
Really?
This game is just harder with a stick.
Who had this game?
Well, like I guess it's not the true arcade, but it is like the ROM. You know those like Capcom arcade boards.
Oh yeah.
Like the mega boards they would have like 40 games.
That counts.
Well, it counts in that like it was it was the actual game. Oh crap!
Jesus. I never.
I'm gonna die. Prepare to die.
This game always seemed like. Oh man, how the fuck did you do that?
Oh shit!
This game always seemed just like relentlessly cruel to me.
And like these enemies don't appear anywhere else in the whole series.
Is that a bear head?
I've always saw it as a pufferfish. Man, we're going through this really fast. Actually, I wanted to say things about these levels, but I'm going through them too fast.
Because you can't stop in this game. You have to constantly keep moving.
Yeah. See,
like, I don't know. I'm just bad at this, I guess. But maybe, I don't know. I've always said that I wanted to like, sit down and, like, play these.
When I was a kid, I think this was about as far as I could get by myself without, like, really struggling. And I think this was the most interesting thing I had seen on the Genesis. Or any system at that point.
It looks like the most interesting thing on the Sega.
These levels actually have names. Oh my god, you can't jump.
Holy shit.
That's never happened. That is a Ghouls and Ghosts first, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my goodness. Oh
yeah! It's because I wanted to get that chest.
The heel of your foot touched it and, like, killed him.
This level, these levels are actually oddly well connected thematically. Like, the first level is a graveyard, which is next to a village, which is next to a tower, and like the tower, is just collapsed. Ooh,
damn.
Ooh, Ghouls and Ghosts. See, like if you look at the map, it actually tells a little bit of a story of how how it's just getting worse and worse the deeper you go in because it's slowly seeping out.
How come Arthur has to fight Japanese demons?
He fights a few Western ones. I think those gargoyles are pretty Western. Oh no.
What is that?
It's the fire.
Oh, is it a bad item?
Well, it's not a bad item, but like I like the frisbee. The discus. Frisbee is a copyrighted name. It is a discus. I'd rather die than get that. Arthur would rather die than use a substandard weapon. That's actually one of the.
Why did the goddess saddle you with such a shitty weapon?
Well, it's good sometimes. It's really fun when you're a kid. If you just throw it up, it lands on the floor and like makes a splash of fire around you. Oh boy! I actually should have highlighted that before. This mountain is alive. This level is called Count Rankleford's Tower and the Horrible Faced Mountain. It is the only level I know the name of.
This sounds like a localized title.
Sounds like a ska band.
That should be your band.
I've always wanted that. And this level, this was the most interesting thing I'd ever seen in a video game as a kid because there's those knights that are clearly bigger than Arthur. I have no idea what they are. Oh boy.
Oh shit. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I was a baby. I played Mario Brothers.
I played that too, and like I actually think Mario 1... Oh boy.
Ooh.
I think Mario 1 is harder than this game.
Yeah, no.
I can't finish. I have never finished Mario Brothers 1. That tongue is not connected to the mouth.
No, it's not. This game is shit.
This is. I may have said this before. This is one of the better arcade ports of the time. I've been watching. A chronology of old video games recently called Chromtendo, and they show a lot of like arcade ports. And I think the Master System might have had like one or two good ones, and like there's some other systems that I never really cared about.
You know what's weird?
What? Ooh.
That. No.
Here's a trick.
I never heard of the Master System until
I told it to you, right?
No.
Oh, you heard about it before that.
But it was way later. It was like I was probably like in high school.
How long has this video been going on? How long has this specific recording been going on?
We're about to hit like 20 minutes.
20? Okay.
Yeah.
25.
So probably, and I think that's a sweet spot around like 25 minutes or something.
Yeah, for at least the first one. I'd like to continue playing because I swear I didn't get through anything.
People can let us know in the comments.
Oh yeah, the comments, and like us on Facebook and the YouTube.
No, we don't have those.
What? What are we gonna be on? Are we gonna? Is this gonna be like some garage YouTube called like MeTube, MeSphere?
MeSphere.
It's gonna be some Simpsons joke. Oh boy.
Why do you keep dying there?
I don't know.
You are shaming Video Game Friends
I
Club.
am. Like, I finished this game. I finished it twice.
Have you?
Yeah, I have. You watched me finish it once at Otakon last year.
I don't know about that.
You saw me kill Loki.
Was it the Sega version?
Yes, it was.
Actually, yeah, you did do that. I did see that. I can verify that this man is telling the truth.
Not that like a lot of people haven't finished this game. There's no shame in not having finished Ghouls'n Ghosts. It's notably cruel. Oh, let's get that Arthur. That armor Arthur.
I thought that was only in Super Ghouls'n Ghosts. But
No.
that was in the green armor?
The green armor was introduced in that game.
These games are like, I have like this, I'm a total Ghouls'n Ghosts noob, so like, it's bad enough where I can use that stupid word noob.
How do you spell it? How are you spelling it as you're saying it? Like
it doesn't matter the spelling, they're bad either way.
Listen,
they're both
it's a
stupid.
joke.
I don't know, I'm playing along. No,
I don't like that power up very much.
It looks kind of gimmicky.
Ooh.
What is this, Kirby?
This was actually way before Kirby.
I don't know.
This enemy.
We should do a background check on the artist at Capcom.
maybe he worked in HAL.
It's like Krakow to me.
Dude, oh man, Krakow's such a good name. I think his name is like, I want to say it's like Swoogie or something.
Swoogie.
I remember it being
his name now.
I remember it being similar to Weezing's Japanese name.
Oh wait, no, Weezing is Mata Dogasu.
What didn't he say Swoogie?
No.
There's like coughing.
No, coughing is Dogasu, but when I'll just, I guess I'll clarify this on the show just to make, just because it'll be funnier. But no, when we were kids, my cousin, when Pokemon first came out here, the show,
yeah,
my cousin misheard coughing for some reason as Shwooge when he said his name,
yeah,
like that coughing, like he heard it as like Shwooge. So we used to call coughing Shwooge when we were kids.
Yeah,
I don't know how he thought it was that, but that's
I can't understand how he thought one of the most said names in television ever.
It was
boy!
It was the first.
Gonna get hit by some David Stars.
Yeah. It was the first
episode.
Gonna
convert me to Judaism.
It was the first episode when they were like in Viridian City and all that shit.
Yeah.
And like they start blowing up like the medical equipment because Team Rocket are awful. Oh no, you got the axe.
Man, they forced me to get that.
Yeah, worm.
Oh, this level, I want to describe this level a little bit. This level is clearly like a crystal cave. The second section of this is like a horror story. It is a massive dead creature that
Why are you spoiling it?
I guess I should not. That was the armor in the.
You should just be man enough to get to it.
Well, this is hard.
You gotta float like a butterfly.
Oh, I'm gonna get naked like a bee.
You got 30 seconds to do something wicked.
Really?
Get that armor.
Next time on Video Game Playing Friends Club! Woo! and alright, we're back. The Video Game Playing Friends Club. No, it's just one recording. We're back with Video Game Playing Friends Club. My name is Frankie Coleman.
And this is Eric Lyde.
Someone who it's just it's terrible.
Say it.
It's just
Say the
it's
insult.
just terrible.
Just say the insult.
Just awful.
We're playing something. Ghouls'n Ghosts.
You don't even know what it is.
These games are all the same to me.
It's like watching Halloween's 1 through 11 with you.
It is.
I think there's 9 Halloweens.
11?
Are there 11?
Look at that hand.
Oh man, I didn't even get you didn't even get a chance to look at that thing.
It looks like that thing from Sonic 1. The Caterpillar.
Oh yeah. This is actually another thing that was years before. So I'm gonna let you take a good look at that thing.
Look
at that thing. It's like that huge foot on Courage the Cowardly Dog. You want to talk like this? Yeah.
Alright, so
we're gonna play a game. See?
What level?
They're gonna like it.
What level?
I'm gonna mistreat women because it's the 40s.
What level is this?
This is I actually don't know the name. I think it's called like the Crystal Cave.
No,
or
I mean,
something.
what?
Oh, this is the second section of
level 3.
Of level 4, actually.
Level 4.
Yeah,
You're
we're on level.
this game.
Yeah, we're on level 4 now. Like this game is fast if you know what you're doing, or like have played it your entire life.
Yeah, see, like, I don't know, man. It's weird because like I beat Dark Souls.
Yeah,
I
haven't finished that game.
This game is like beyond me.
See that chest right there? That chest has crap! It had a magician.
You can't even touch the walls.
No.
Are you fucking kidding me?
This chest will probably have a magician in it as well. My brother Danny. I saw this game through my brother Danny. He played this game a lot when he was a kid. He was really into it. He called the magician. It's the most interestingly vague name. He called it the Dude. I was like, oh man, it's the Dude. He's back. And, like, I don't know if he ever like noticed the pattern.
Maybe if you could shoot diagonally, you'd be able to. Ooh, he's gonna hit you in the butt.
Oh!
Holy shit!
Oh, I've never had that chest appear.
It's because you jumped over that projectile so masterfully. Look at those bugaboos.
Oh man, look at those brimble brambles.
Yeah, I don't know why I called them a bugaboo.
Well, you're obsessed with Shin Megami Pretense.
No, I mean, like I was thinking, like no,
I also like that game series. Let me get that clear right now.
Of Bugbear.
Oh yeah, bugbears. Is that a creature or like a thing? I forget.
All I know is it's an enemy in Castlevania.
But it's not spiky, is it? Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It's one of those like palette swaps for the
peeping eye.
The peeping eye. Yeah.
I like what was the other one? It was called like a
creaking skull. Oh, you mean the other?
It's called like a brambler or something.
Well, there's Bugbear, there's Peeping Eye, and then I can't remember the other ones.
I think it was Bugbear was the crazy one.
It was they probably also named one Beholder or something, because I know that was
that's a Dungeons and Dragons enemy, right?
Yeah. Oh, you do know that. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I know a little bit about Dungeons and Dragons. I don't want there.
I don't really know anything too much about Dungeons and Dragons either, but when I was a kid.
Oh, this duck. Okay, this duck is wearing a bow tie.
When I was a kid, I used to play Final Fantasy Mystic Quest.
Yeah.
And almost all the enemies in that were named after D&D shit. So like, that's where I learned about that stuff.
Why would I want any other weapon? This is where this level starts to get really interesting. The first
so you're already like to this area.
Oh yeah, I'm almost to the second to last level. This is the second section of level 4, and it leads to this cave. Like the bottom of the cave is this pool that houses this massive queen maggot.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
4 hearts. And I forget the name of this thing. I should really have done a little more studying on this if I wanted to speak in any official matter.
I have to say, like, the
art direction of this game is perfect.
Yeah, well, that too. But the momentum in this game, like that last part where you were hopping on those platforms.
Yeah.
It's like that's really. What year is this?
It came out in 1988 in arcades.
Crazy.
And I think this is a legitimate action game.
It's real, like,
you're not supposed to stand still ever.
When I was a kid, I guess, like, I didn't really. I went to the arcades, but I guess I didn't really notice how much better the graphics were. Or I guess I didn't go to the arcades during like this time, so like I guess. But it's weird how like
too young.
It's weird how there were games like in the arcades that just looked like that blew everything we had at home out of the water.
Oh, this was better. This was just a better game than was available on NES or Master System at the time.
I guess like because I was still too young to be like to appreciate that. I remember like when I was watching videos, people talk about like man, you kicked that thing's ass.
I've never defeated that thing so easily.
People talk about waiting for the home version of games. Like I never really experienced that, I guess, because like everything everything I played in the arcades already had home versions, except well, I don't know, Street Fighter 3. Street Fighter 3, I remember waiting.
Street
for
Fighter
that.
3 was that was another example of Capcom again making a game that was just better than anything available at home.
Yeah, I remember waiting.
Well,
for
I guess that might be arguable, but like
that game ruled.
I haven't seen a fighting game around that time that was better than Street Fighter 3. At least,
Well,
I haven't played. I guess it would be called the First Strike.
well, I don't know. I thought that game ruled back then. Why is he wearing like clothes?
In this game, it's weird. Red Armor looked a little different.
Babies?
He can create. In the third one, they are living things that come out of his mouth. In this, they're like projectiles.
You can really tell this game had like a lot of love behind it.
Oh yes, but this is.
I like how the graphics in this get better as you go in. Like that background.
This background is better than anything else that was on the
Yeah,
Sega Genesis at this time.
Well, I mean, I feel like even in the game, like the first level looks so wonky compared to this
Yeah.
thing. It's like they had more time. It's like they drew this first, and then actually that might have been the case. I don't know.
It may have been. Well, this level, the design of this level, it looks like it needed a little more time than the
Why did you go
graveyard.
back to fight him?
Oh well, oh shit! If you here's a trick actually for fighting. Oh crap! There's another one for fighting red armors. If they start off at a higher ground and you like lure them to an open area, they're much easier to fight because they generally stay only a little below where they originally where they were originally sitting.
Awesome.
So you just have more room to fight them.
Oh, so you lured that one.
Yeah,
down
I
there.
lured them down there on purpose because like I'm not fighting them on a flat plane. And I wanted to say that I have a lot of my memories of this game relate to my brother Danny. Once I think a few years ago I dug up a Sega Genesis and this game, and I told my brother who was home from I think he's in the military. He was stationed overseas, and after fighting overseas for everything we believe in here in America, he came home and one-shotted the first level of Ghouls and Ghosts without thinking about it. He hadn't played it in over a decade.
He's a real American hero.
He's my real American hero.
So how did your brother feel about playing a game made by the enemy?
I don't. I guess my brother is 60.
Oh no, I'm joking.
Oh man.
Well,
they're the enemy now. Capcom.
Capcom's the enemy. Well, I was gonna ask before. What did you think of What did you think of
I don't know what I'm gonna do anymore.
Ghouls and Ghosts 4.
I can't make it print. I'm just gonna sit here and pray. I can't
Why did you
do
it?
What
did you think of Ghouls and Ghosts 4?
Ghouls and Ghosts 4, Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins is the official title. I always liked, I think at one point it was called Extreme Ghouls and Ghosts, and I kind of just wish it was called Ultimate Ghouls and Ghosts.
Wait, so what's the difference between Ghouls and Ghosts and Goblins?
It is, do you mean the game or the title?
No, titles.
The titles,
it's like, alright, like...
The titles in Japan are all like Demon Village or like Super Demon Village or Return of...
This is Ghouls and Ghosts.
Yeah, the American titles
which one is this one?
This is Ghouls and Ghosts.
Alright, so then Ghosts and Goblins is 2?
No, Ghosts and Goblins is 1.
Okay, so there's 1 Ghosts and Goblins.
Ghosts and Goblins is the first game of the series.
And then there's 2 Ghouls and Ghosts.
Yes.
And then...
Because, like, I think they realized that was a better title.
And then they went back to Ghosts and Goblins.
Yeah, actually, I might be able to explain that. The guy who designed... I might be wrong about this. The guy who designed this game, he now works at Platinum. I forget... You know his name. It's that guy from Mad World.
I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but yeah. He works at Platinum.
He works at Platinum now, and he's in charge of the series... Like, he was... Every one of these games had his hand in it. Yeah. He directed the first 2. I think he produced the third one. He also... I may have misheard this. He designed the Mega Man series? Like, the first game was designed by him?
Might be.
Yeah, like people talk about...
I know, like, people say, like, Inafune gets too much credit for...
Yeah, Inafune is, like...
I understand,
he might have drawn Mega Man, and, like, he was clearly in charge of most of Mega Man.
Yeah, he didn't create Mega Man, though. He gets, like, a... Apparently that's, like, a misnomer.
Yeah, he's like...
Misnomer. A misnomer.
But, like, I don't know. It's misnomer.
Misnomer.
I don't know how he personally reacts to it. Like, he's he's nice in public. He makes good games. But he didn't create Mega Man. I don't think he'll ever say he did.
So from what I understand, I mean, it's possible that other guy worked on Mega Man. I don't know how.
The other guy,
I could be completely wrong there because I don't really know too much about the Ghouls and Ghosts guy.
The other guy, he was kind of like the Punch Out guy at Nintendo. Like he made this one astounding series, and then like kind of worked in the background of other things. The guy who made this game was at least in charge of Mega Man at the time. I think he made the idea or was in charge of the concept. I forget. But Capcom was in a really good place when people like Inafune and he were working there because like they must have had some natural talent for making these things.
Well, I think,
or like they were just good at what they were doing. I don't know.
I think a lot of this game is also like owes itself to like the arcade scene at the time. Like I mean, did that guy make Black Tiger or?
He might have. Black Tiger was a spiritual sequel to Ghosts and Goblins because I don't think this had come out yet, and you can really tell when you play it. Black Tiger, for reference, is an arcade game that came out, I think, in 1987, and is at least thematically similar to Ghouls and Ghosts, but like it was a hard arcade game that they made that I think they were like giving into people's perception of the series when they made that because it seems maybe because I haven't been playing it for 26 years, but it seems completely random. Everything is set up. Everything in that game is chaos. Everything that happens in this game is predictable once you play through it once or twice.
I don't think Black Tiger was chaos.
There's a lot of enemies just like appearing random,
this
screen engulfing things.
I remember this in like the NES version.
Oh, you played Black Tiger on NES?
No, this.
Oh,
was this on NES?
No, this is a Sega Genesis.
No, I mean, was there an NES version for this?
Oh, there's an NES version for Ghosts and Goblins.
Oh, well, there was a part similar to this in NES, when you're climbing up a ladder and like there's like a Satan dude at the ledge or whatever. In the first game.
Not that I know. Oh, wait! I know what you're talking about. Those red gargoyle things.
Oh, I guess I was thinking of something else.
I don't want that. It's possible to. Oh God! It's possible to take that thing out before the second one even like starts. Look at that. That's the first boss. That's the last boss of the first game, and he's been like completely redrawn. He's made bigger, and he's apparently a little harder. The last boss of that game is actually really easy. I've never once finished Ghosts and Goblins by myself. I've seen the ending, and the last boss looks like a joke. Maybe like I always wonder if like that's on purpose. Like you're so powerful at that point that like the last boss can't touch you.
That kind of happens in Demon Souls.
Oh, in Demon Souls?
Yeah, like the last boss is like a joke. Like you can't do it. It's like easy as hell. Dark Souls, the last boss is pretty easy too.
Well, I always wonder if that's on purpose or like if it's thematic. I understand why.
Well, I guess like from a story perspective, it makes sense.
Yeah, and like actually, I've complained about games where the like a character, games and stories where a character is so strong that like how is he not completely melting someone with a punch towards the end? Like I guess in Dragon Ball they explain it like like they're both so powerful that like that like their muscles are so beyond titanium that they could just wail on each other forever, and that won't really be the answer. They have to figure out something else to do.
They have to talk to each other to solve the problems.
Actually, like
no one ever solved the problem in Dragon Ball.
No one ever solved the problem without destroying someone in Dragon Ball except Goku. We're getting off topic.
No, wait, I was going to ask you before.
Why
Why'd they go back to the name Ghosts and Goblins?
Oh, actually, I had an explanation for that. That was my explanation. Let's see. The first game is called Ghosts and Goblins. It's notoriously difficult. Specifically, the NES version. I found out recently that the NES version was ported by some other company called like Micro something like Soft Micro. It's not Microsoft. It's something that sounds in my head right now similar to Microsoft. And once I found that out, I was like, oh, that it really explained things because that game always seemed anemic on NES. Like,
it wasn't Chunsoft, was it?
No, it wasn't Chunsoft.
Right.
Hey,
holy shit!
See how easy it was that time? Oh, No, Chunsoft was actually a good company back then. They made Dragon. They do Dragon Quest, right?
Yeah.
It's weird. They do Dragon Quest, and then they like 20 years later they made 999.
They made I think they made a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
Really? I think that was all Ape.
No, Ape is Earthbound, right?
Yeah, Ape is the company that made Earthbound and is now
Mystery
it's
Dungeon
now the Pokemon company, I think.
Mystery Dungeon is outsourced.
Oh, really?
I think it's Chunsoft. Don't quote me on that, but it's something like that. There's a company that only makes Mystery Dungeon games, like and I know they make the Pokemon ones.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Chunsoft. But anyway, so why did they go back to that title?
Oh, okay. The
I'm
first
like dying to know now.
the first one was notoriously difficult, and like it was all headed by that one guy whose name I forget. And the second one he was in, but it's a different game. This game we're eventually going to play through the first one just so I can show you like how this is just a better version of the previous game. Like, yeah, there's more armor. The game has much better action and play. It's just a better. This series really progressed pretty rapidly within the 3 games that came out. Oh crap! To the point where
shit, you have to fight.
Yeah, you have to fight 2 Suges.
You gotta fight everything.
You have to fight every boss. Except the first one you fight a lot.
What's wrong with people?
It's weird because you have a lot more room and like I think they have less hit power.
Yeah, I think it looks like they have less hit power, but still.
Yeah, this might be. I don't know what the first boss rush in video games was. This is a very early example, at least, of boss rushes in video games.
It's a very early example of shitty game design.
And it's weird, it's not even it's not even really them digging back because they don't have enough material. Because that was the last boss of the first game right here.
No, it's about getting as many fucking quarters out of you as they can.
Oh well, yeah, that too.
That's what it's about.
But they did a good job with it. God, I'm really not funny in this video. I'm sorry. This is probably going to be the least funny of these videos, and now that I've said that, they're all just going to get worse. I'm not very funny about these games.
Yeah, you take your G&G very seriously.
I'm pretty serious about these games. I feel kind of silly being so serious about these because this game is
because these games are silly looking.
Well, they are. They're very silly looking. That's part of.
Why is it called Ultimate Ghouls'n Goblins?
I keep getting sidetracked. Because you keep bringing up other things.
I didn't say anything.
No, I'm gonna. Let's video. Bring up playback of Eric ruining me. Oh, I killed him. I killed the Spooky.
It's not connect.
No!
We can't do that.
Okay.
Xbox playback. No.
The first one's called Ultimate Ghouls'n Goblins. That is the most well known. It's so well known, and the other ones look so similar that everyone thinks they're all the same game. It's kind of like Halloween, but those movies are pretty similar, but they're different enough.
It's like New Super Mario Brothers.
Oh yeah, don't get people started on that.
But
these games actually differ more than New Super Mario Brothers, I think.
So they all have the same first level, right? Similar first
they
level.
all have similar first levels, but
that's why I think that's why most people think because they're so hard and no one ever gets past the first level.
When I hand people Super Ghouls and Ghosts, they turn into apes. They don't know how to play anything. It's like they forgot what Mega Man is of harder games.
Mega Man's easier than this.
You think so?
Yeah.
No, I think Wily Fort 2 and Mega Man 1 is harder than this game.
Well, I'm playing Mega Man 1 right now, and that game is fucking brutal. But the other ones I thought were I thought the other ones were easier than this. I don't know. Well, I can't say because I have to buy these myself and really sit down and actually play them. I've only really dabbled in them in under safe environments. I have to be someone has to have a gun to my head and someone has to have a gun to my head and be you have to finish this game or you die, and then I'll judge how hard it is.
Dude, how gaseous and hot must that cloud be? It's made out of pure demon spite. Satan's own fart coming for you. That's right, folks.
Let's get 2 of them.
Couldn't get through 2 videos without a fart joke.
The quota has been met.
I can't think of a joke for that. Quota doesn't rhyme with fart.
This level looks like
I should have saved that armor for if I lost it.
I should count every time you die and add up the quarters.
Oh man, oof.
and then take the money from you.
Oh man, no. You know how much money I owe you for the times I've died over the years? It'd be over $100.
How much money do you owe Capcom for the time you've died?
I think Capcom owes me money at this point.
Why?
Because I finished this game twice. And okay. I'm sorry. Back to Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins. The first one's called
Well,
that.
it's too late now because we're out of time here, so I guess we'll just never know.
Oh no!
I guess we'll just have to wait. You'll have to just check out next time.
I paused because I thought we were skipping ahead. But hey, next time on Video Game Playing Friends Club, will Eric die in real life? Because if you die in the game, you die in real life. Welcome to Video Game Playing Friends Club. My name is Frankie Coleman, and to my left, if you would stop interrupting me...
I didn't know we were doing it like that. I'm two Frankies left, and I'm Eric Lod.
I like throwing Eric curveballs just to phase him for a few moments.
Who's this handsome chap on the TV?
This, if you haven't seen the other videos, this is It's not King Arthur.
This is Kid Arthur.
This is Kid Arthur.
Kid Arthurus.
Damn it!
Kid
Say it first!
Why is he naked?
Well, in the last video...
Why is he fighting an eyeball?
He's fighting two eyeballs because Satan cried so much over God being such a meanie that his eyeballs came out and attacked God's mouthpiece, Arthur.
This game is deep.
If only... Like, that would be a really weird plot.
So, did you know that they actually... Capcom was formally asked to stop releasing these games because they featured too much underwear?
That... I'm gonna go with that.
That's why the series has been dead for so long.
It's weird because I swear to God, you saw Uncle Ted in his boxers at least once, and they were the same thing, and they were not asked to stop doing that.
Well,
hey, Bobo!
Okay.
Want to try on my boxers?
Okay.
I don't know, Uncle Ted. I think it's too big for me. I don't think that happened.
I can't get to... I don't think I remember that episode.
I don't think that happened, Uncle Ted. Are you my dad's brother? Or my mom's brother? I think you're my mom's! Uncle Ted!
I don't remember that season.
It didn't happen.
That was the unaired season. But now
what was I talking
we were
about?
talking. Well, when we were playing this before, we were talking about. I asked you about the fourth game in the series, the PSP one.
Oh yes, and I'm going
unfortunately named the game was put on the PSP, which was unfortunate.
And it received a
not to offend any PSP fans, but it seemed like
it was the wrong place for it.
Yeah. I mean,
especially for something that had never appeared on a Sony console before that.
Yeah, it seemed like I don't know. It seemed like the interest was low. But anyway, that game is called Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins, and we're playing Ghouls'n Ghosts, right?
Yes, this is the second game. I feel I should bring it up again. This is the second game in the Ghosts and Goblins. It's called Ghosts and Goblins in America. In Japan, it's called Makai Mora.
Well, isn't that the first one?
Well, it's since they're not numbered, it's called like the Makai Mora series.
Okay, so the first game is Ghosts and Goblins, and the second game is Ghouls'n Ghosts, and the third game is Super Ghouls'n Ghosts, and then the fourth game is Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins. So my question was, why did they go back to the name Ghosts and Goblins? Was that like...
And here is the speculative Kotaku style answer. Let's not ask anyone. Let's just start talking shit.
Take a digs. Shots fired. All right. Well.
Okay. The second and third game, they're pretty similar. They're all pretty similar. The third one is exclusively on Super Nintendo up until Game Boy Advance, I think, and then it was remade for that. And that was the first time Ghouls and Ghosts had appeared in a very long time. I guess that's kind of off topic. Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins was, I guess, Capcom trying to... they were bringing back the original... What they wanted to be the original feel of the series, at least in America. It is... There's so many design elements in that game that aren't in the other ones.
Jeez.
And the first three games, you have to play through the game twice and collect what's called the Goddess Bracelet. It's called the Psycho Cannon in at least one of them in America. I don't think it's called that in Japan. When I say called that in Japan, I mean the original title.
So you mean they wanted to like harken back to the first game?
Yeah, they wanted to harken back to the first game, and there's a lot of new design elements in it that at least the Ghosts and Goblins fans are really interesting. You don't have to. It actually promotes replay, and at least kind of like instead of forcing you to replay the game twice, you kind of you collect these special rings that they're just gold rings. They look similar to the One Ring for Lord of the Rings. And there's like at least 1 or 2 in each level. If you collect all of them, you now have the goddess bracelet weapon. Ooh. I'm gonna keep dying there.
Those clouds are kicking your ass.
They're kicking my ass. And there's a lot of new weapons in that game, and the level design is arguably worse than the other ones. The game is really hard, even for like at least a moderate Ghosts and Goblins player like me.
It's the hardest in the series, right?
I think it's the hardest game in the series, and I think it's justifiable because you actually don't armor are actually layers in that game. Like if you lose your top armor, you go back to the armor before it, and it's kind of like Dark Souls. Like they added these new elements. And they used it as an excuse to make the game much harder. Like, oh, you want a save spot? Let's make everything reset when you save.
Okay. So, yeah, I should play that one again. I remember...
I have it on PSP. If you can find it on PSP, I assume it's rare because GameStop had it in their stock for about a month. And then they took it out of their system entirely. I had to buy it used at FYE. Which no one should ever have to do.
I remember they.
Oh, come on.
They. What was it? Oh man, I totally forgot what I was gonna say. It was probably stupid anyway. What's I gonna? Holy shit! I just totally blanked out on this. Oh wow, you killed him.
Yeah. Oh god, Discus. All right, I'm sure there's a fourth one, or like the swoopers are gonna get me. Is there a chest? Yeah, there's a chest here. Good. Yeah, that's all you need. I think it's raining outside.
Because you're playing this.
Oh, I have a story about a scatterbrain story about finishing this game for the first time. Back in 2001, 2001 might have been the worst year a lot of people ever had. Mine was for far more petty reasons. I can't compare any sadness I've ever had to anything anyone experienced in the year 2001. For any reason, not just that specific day, but it was my first year of high school. I had been in Catholic school for 6 years before that. I had been completely taken out of the public school system and what it felt like. So I forgot. I'd been wearing the same outfit every day for 6 years.
And then you had the misfortune of playing Ghouls and Ghosts.
Yeah, I had the misfortune of playing RPGs by myself and having one friend for 6 years. Man, I was a loser.
Who's your one friend?
His name was Richard O'Neill. I always thought it was Armstrong. I think I called him that sometimes.
You think he's watching this right now?
I think he's a shithead who can go eat his own head of shit.
Hey, why don't Richard? He might be watching this right now. He might have hurt his feelings.
I hope his feelings are hurt.
What did he do?
He stopped talking to me.
Dun, dun.
Oh, and anyway,
did he play Ghouls and Ghosts with him?
No, actually.
Did you make him watch you play Ghouls and Ghosts and then record it?
No. Oh man, I wasn't that bad yet.
And then put it on YouTube.
This is far worse. I'm making you listen to scatterbrain stories that I wanted to tell in level 1.
Oh, wait, yeah. So, yeah, what was that story?
Okay, I was in Catholic school for 6 years, and I went to public school, and it was a miserable transition. I had no friends for a long time. I didn't like you. This is an internet first, everyone. I did not like Eric Lai when I met him, and it was a complete misconception. I'm gonna wail into this thing.
No, it wasn't a misconception. That was a dick.
And let's see. On Halloween, it's one of my favorite days.
Now you're playing Ghouls and Ghosts with it.
Oh yeah. It's a complete circle.
On Halloween, what?
Halloween 2001, I wanted to go trick-or-treating with people, but I was in a new school, in a new area. Well, I lived in the same area my whole life, but, it was a new area for me. I didn't know anything about where I was.
It was was a brand new journey.
It was a brand new. It was my own strange journey.
Yeah. It was a whole new world.
A whole
to
new
live in.
world to live in.
It was a whole new world to see.
It's a whole new world to see.
Yeah.
It's a brand new place with a miserable attitude, and you're not gonna get any friends, and you still don't have any yet. Frankie Mon Joe Toe. Oh, anyway,
I like it.
I know the words.
I love how easy it is to just like negate your story. I'm sorry. Anyway.
Oh god, I don't know how if I'm ever gonna get past this. Kohei. Kohei.
Go ahead. So it was Halloween.
It was Halloween.
And you felt like dancing.
I feel like dancing, and I feel like shouting.
You felt like getting loose.
Getting loose. Yeah. I can see your mind. I have no more friends. Happy Halloween.
Anyway, so
I don't want that. I had no friends to trick or treat with. The people I knew, one of which you'll meet in a later video, named Robert Wright Jr., aka Ricky.
Oh, they meant like in the game.
Oh well, I had there's no friends in this game.
I was like, what? Anyway, keep going.
Also, it was Halloween. I had no one to trick or treat with. The kids that I did know were all treating me like shit, and like I wanted to do like I knew I was almost too old to trick or treat. Oh shit! I wanted to do it one more time before like I was too old because I was already older than everyone in my class because I had done second grade twice. That's a whole other kettle of fish. God damn it, I'm a duck. I can't climb ladders if you're a duck.
So
it was Halloween.
So you played this instead?
Yes, I had just recently. I borrowed a cartridge of Ghouls and Ghosts.
So you did have friends.
I forget who I borrowed it from.
You were a bad friend.
I wasn't a bad friend. I was mistreated by everyone I knew.
Yeah, but you don't remember anyone else. Maybe you're mistreated because you were the bad friend.
No, I was just the kid that was easy to pick on.
I don't know, Frank. I don't know. Maybe you're remembering everything wrong.
Maybe I am. I had no one to trick or treat. I keep saying this part. I'm really sorry, everyone on the internet. I apologize. Oh shit! Fuck! Goddamn video games!
So what happened? You had no one to play with.
I had no one to play with, and I was furious. I've never been so furious on Halloween before.
Are you mad?
I was mad because I didn't get to celebrate Halloween at all, and I was lonely. So I fired up Ghouls and Ghosts.
The most lonely game ever.
Dude, it's one of the most. This is a game you only play when you're by yourself.
Literally, no one in this game is your friend.
Except Frin, who you give a really great kiss to at the end.
So you were pissed off and you played.
I was pissed off, and I played this game like how James Rolfe revs himself up to play video games and like really gets into finishing a game, just so he can like get past them. I played this game and kicked the shit out of it, and for the whole night I just played this game.
But since you had no friends, no one was around to verify it.
Yeah, no one was around to verify this.
So it didn't happen. The story is untrue, everyone. So now you have to
now
you have to beat the game today on Video Game Playing Friends Club.
Oh my god, you almost didn't say it.
So that you can make the past right.
Do you want me to do that?
That's the backstory.
How long is this video so far? How long has it been?
We still got a few minutes.
Okay. And I finished the game out of fury, and I had never felt so proud of being angry in my life.
Alive.
I never felt so alive in my life.
So then, after that happened, everybody came over and clapped.
They clapped for me, not at me, which is very different.
And you became a hero, and the next day we became friends.
Yes.
The only reason we became friends is because you mentioned Earthworm Jim to this girl in class, and I heard you say it. And
I don't know why I mentioned it to her. I think she said she played video games, so I felt like I'm gonna take a long shot here and see if anyone around me knows what this game is.
No, you were only talking to her. I was being an ass, and I butted in. You were like, I don't remember what you guys were talking about, but I remember like the positioning of the room and shit.
It was a girl named Alana and I.
You were like
name not changed for legal reasons.
You were like in the top left.
You were in the top left, and you were sitting like one chair below me. And I said, like, have you ever played Earthworm Jim, Alana? And she turned around. You turned around and looked right at me and said, have you ever played? You just said Earthworm Jim.
Yeah, I was like, did you say Earthworm Jim? And then we started talking about fucking shitty video games. I got even.
And
in
now
high school,
we're married.
I got even in high school. We were like, playing old games.
Losers talking about games that came out over almost 10 years ago.
Like,
Earthworm Jim wasn't 10 at that point. That's how old we are.
No! I remember,
He's got so much fire in his belly. You think he'd use it for something good. And it's never going to be an armor.
Why does he run like that? He kind of looks like you.
Yeah, he does.
He kind of looks like you.
I look a little bit like Arthur. He's got that.
That's how you wake up in the morning, right?
Huh? I actually look like Arthur when I wake up in the morning.
This is how you run down the halls of your house.
I do occasionally run like him on purpose, just to see like what it feels like to be a true man. Look at his arms. I think they're too long, aren't they?
They're like Popeye arms.
Only
when he's like running.
Oh, I got my arm back.
So why does
More
Arthur,
Irish than Arthur.
Why does Arthur have to run?
Arthur has to run because I'm not sure if I described this at the beginning. He's saving Princess Prin from the ghoul realm. I think it's Loki in this game. He wants to take her blood and like I don't know if they say he wants to infuse it with his own or like
he wants to marry her, right?
Yeah, he wants to marry her so he becomes part of the royal lineage.
Is that the last part?
That is the last part of the game before the last boss, which is hideous. Well, it's not the last
How
boss.
many times are they gonna have people gonna have to watch this?
I'm really sorry. This will be one of the last times. I guess like is this video worth it anymore, man? I wanted to do the first playthrough of this game before we moved on to something else.
To do the first playthrough. Well, you did it.
I've done it before. I don't like. I guess
I'm not sure if you ever beat this game.
Oh.
I think you need to prove yourself.
I think you need to shut up and stop talking about gamer cred on the fucking internet and perpetuating the hatred.
I'll shut up when I see the credits.
Ooh, it's gonna be another few hours, man.
Wait, they don't show you the credits after the first time?
No. Oh boy. Hot tamale. I'm gonna start screaming. Let's make some screaming videos. Viewers are taken away.
Let's scream. Let's play.
I'm a fucking duck. Have you ever been a duck? They have things that aren't teeth.
Hey, duck you, okay?
Oh my god.
No.
I lost that armor lost that Arthur on purpose.
So why do you think...
Ow.
Why do you think...
I'm not paying attention.
Why do you think Capcom stopped making these games?
I think I don't know why they stopped making them after Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
Because they sucked.
Super sucks and ass.
What? I think I know why. I think it's because, like... Could you imagine, like...
Gaming was kind of changing. It wasn't about getting your ass kicked every 5 minutes at that point.
Like, could you imagine fucking Ghouls and Ghosts 64? Like, how bad that would have been?
I'm pretty sure they wanted to make something like that.
Like, could you imagine how crappy that would have looked?
Yeah.
Like, it's for the
Capcom,
best.
like,
it's for the best. Capcom didn't even make anything for N64 anyway. So.
No, they didn't. They made, like, what, one game? They made 2 ports.
They made a shitty Mega Man Legends port, and, I think that's it.
Actually, it might have looked better.
I think it did look better, but the controls were harder.
I didn't play it.
Everyone always says it's shitty. I played it when I was a kid, and I played both versions, and I never saw anything immediately wrong with it, but it's been a while. Maybe we'll play that someday.
Yeah, let's play that.
But anyway, I don't think they put anything else out on N64. Now watch, like, after we go to check that, and there's like a million games that they did. but
it's amazing how wrong you could be once you're being captured on film.
But on the top of my head, they didn't make anything of actual importance to me on N64.
No.
Few third-party developers did.
Atlas, of all people, made a dedicated series.
What series?
Snowboard Kids.
Oh yeah,
Could you be Jack Frost in it?
Yeah.
You could be a homicidal maniac.
He's nice if you're nice to him.
Well, his initial instinct is to kill all humans,
Yeah.
regardless of the game.
Oh man, I like those games. Snowboard Kids. They made another one on DS, but apparently it wasn't that good.
Oh, you little pickle! Oh!
God.
What is that thing on his arm? I'll never know.
It looks like an arm that's using the head as a puppet, like a hand puppet.
Oh, I never thought of that.
Like that's what it looks like to me.
When I was a kid, I didn't know what a Dullahan was. I thought like that was his arm. I thought that was his neck coming out, like, but also his arm. I didn't know he was holding his head. And in the arcade version, you see him emerging from a statue, like he crumbles out of a statue, and becomes real. I don't know. I don't think that's a Dullahan attribute. I don't know how many of you Dullahan experts are out there, other than I think Tycho Brahe. Did he say he was a Dullahan expert?
No, it was Manticore.
It was Manticore. Goddamn near everything.
Well, anyway, I guess on that note, we'll join us next time when we see if we can finally get past this fucking level.
Goodbye, folks!
Bye, folks!
Good afternoon, and welcome to Video Game Playing Friends Club with Frankie Coleman.
And Eric Lyde.
This is Arthur.
He is
the star of Ghouls and Ghosts.
He's the master.
He's the master of Ghouls and Ghosts.
Have you ever noticed those Barney Rubble looking icons in the bottom right? Sorry.
Oh, you mean that those are the Arthurs?
Yeah, the Arthurs.
Those are B Arthurs.
Those are the Arthurs. no, like the way he looks in this game is funny. Like, he looks kind of like Mario.
This game, I gotta unpause it now because it's really bad to upload a video with a still image for more than a second.
Oh well, this is avant-garde. Let's play.
Let's take a look at Arthur's Gate here.
Yeah, we're throwing players off. We're throwing YouTubers.
What do you think of Arthur's? He's clearly a yoga master here.
Yes.
And he wears a cape, so he's not. He's comfortable with his masculinity.
Is this the first video game with a cape?
Oh, that's a good question. Actually, no. I think Superman for NES came up before this because it sure as hell looks like it.
There's Superman and Atari.
Oh yeah. And there's Batman games.
We should probably play the game. So we've been on this level for how long now?
Like 20 minutes. This is where the game starts.
Forever. Ever?
Forever, never, forever.
Why can't you go into those doors in the background?
Well, you don't want to go in there. That's it's off topic.
Holy shit, you destroyed them that time.
Yeah. All right.
Is this the first game with a super meter?
Oh, it's one of them. If not, it's really hard to say what the first. Oh, come on.
Why does it take all of your armor away?
Oh! Fiddle dee dee. You should take a look at that background there. It's the only place in the whole game that image appears. It's not repeated, and you can't even see all of it because it's this huge. It's just this huge. What is it? A bust on a wall?
What is?
Oh, you'll see where that last Dullahan is. That last shielder.
Oh, that green thing.
Yeah, that green. Oh, god damn it! That last green statue on the back.
Kind of scary looking. It's all shaded.
Yeah. This level's a lot longer than the other ones too. I just noticed that.
I like how that guy is like completely meaningless.
Yeah, once you he's really just a surprise for the fans of the first game. Which I guess most people who played this game were fans of the first one.
Did you
fans of getting their ass handed to them?
Did you play these in order?
When I was a kid?
Yeah.
I maybe I saw Ghosts and Goblins first when I was a kid. I don't know, but this is the first one I played.
Oh, so you started on 2.
Yeah, so like
this doesn't feel like a 2.
It feels like the first one, right?
Yeah, I mean maybe I have to look at the first one again, but this looks like the first. This feels like the first one to me.
You know,
this feels like a first game to
because
me.
it's on the Sega. If you saw the arcade version, it would look more. It would look more like a second game because there's no way they could have started on this.
Man, you really gotta be on your toes during this.
Yeah, this is one of the hardest sections. This is one of the easier bosses in the game, but there's 3 of them, so it's hard.
It's funny. Now that I'm looking at this game, maybe I don't know if you'll agree with me on this one, but it kind of feels like Devil May Cry and other 3D action games are kind of based around the idea of this.
Really?
Always moving around.
Oh my god.
Always moving and that relentless kind of I don't know. I'm playing Devil May Cry 3 right now, and that game is fucking hard, and it kind of reminds me of this. It's different. Obviously, it's different, but oh, you killed him.
Oh boy. Here's the second to last boss. One of the most grotesque images on the system and of the 80s.
Oh shit! Is that
in video game? This is Beelzebub.
Oh man, do you start there? Or do you?
Oh yeah, I'm not worried.
Oh okay. But yeah, it almost feels like those action games kind of are what this started. Because this is an action game.
Oh, this is Capcom made most of those games and they made the first horror games.
Obviously, those other games are completely different, but But I just mean the idea of a hard game where you constantly fight monsters.
Here is I guess this is supposed to be God in the American version. I don't think I've ever actually seen the Japanese version because this series has a goddess, which to me is more interesting. Oh wait, from the goddess? Yeah, it says goddess. I don't know who that is then. It's like Arthur's dad talking to him. It's just Arthur with sunglasses. James MacArthur.
It's Arthur's dad.
This is Princess Prin. It's the first time you see her in the whole game, and that's all right. And this is what infuriated everyone in 1988.
I can't understand why they would put this in the console version.
It's
I think they would be like, because when games came out, when arcade games came home,
yeah,
it was always the big deal was that they would like add a shitload of new content to make you want to buy it.
You know what? This is actually you have a good point because Capcom specifically, when they themselves started bringing over their own arcade games, they would tend to brush them up a bit. Like what was it? Bionic Commando. Didn't they just make that game? I've played. Oh, okay. This is the weapon that you restart the whole game for.
Oh, what is it?
It's called the Psycho Cannon in this. It actually looks better in this than it does in Super Nintendo, or at least it's got a little more going on. He throws an underhand.
Wait, this game is on Super Nintendo?
No. I mean, I'm sorry. The Super Ghouls'n Ghosts, it has the goddess bracelet in it.
The only Super Nintendo one is Super Ghouls'n Ghosts?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then the series vanished.
It's like that title is confusing because it makes it sound like it's just this game.
Yeah, that's why people think this is like the same game over and over.
It's like the Wii and the Wii U.
Oh yeah.
It's like the DS and the 3DS.
I'm just gonna do the first level over again, and then I think we're done. I think we're done here.
It's like something. It's like Mario and Super Mario.
Mario has that perception, I think, with some older folks who think all the Mario games are the same, which they are in most of them are the same in theory.
You just played New Super Mario Brothers. Why do you need New Super Mario Brothers U?
Because it's a different game, Grandma, who I live with because my parents are dead. Why would you question this?
It looks the same to me.
Oh, that's because you're an old lady and I'm a prejudiced little boy.
Did they add anything?
What age am I?
Did they add anything? He's like 30. Did they add anything to the second playthrough? Is that guy new? Everything
is the same actually.
So
I'm just skipping all the chests.
No, I'm just like, it's just funny to me that like what a blatant artificial extension of your time.
Oh yeah, but
this game isn't that long though. So.
You know what? If this game wasn't twice as long, I would feel kind of gypped.
Well, I was thinking that they should have for the home version. Wow, that slaughters him.
Oh yeah, I think this weapon has a damage distance to it.
I was thinking that for the home version, what they could have done was that they could have made like how many levels is this? 5?
that's 5.
They could have made 5 new levels, and then it would have been.
That would be weird. It'd be like Arthur took a different route. Was the first one not as fast?
No, he has to travel to a new place.
To do what?
If he's willing to go through the same areas again, why not go to different areas of the world and save them?
Well, like he's taking the quickest route to get to Prin.
Well, why did
he's not here for the scenery?
Why did he go back?
Because he was told to. Because Princess Prin.
Well,
dropped...
they could do like princesses in their castle thing. They could have changed the story.
They didn't want to do that. This is some hardcore shit here. No. This isn't you're talking to a mushroom to save a pink girl nonsense.
I'm just saying. How badass would it have been if you were playing this game in the arcade, and you mastered this game and shit, and finally the home version comes out, and like you get to the end, and you're like, okay, I gotta go to the levels, do the levels over, and that's like, oh shit, ice level, and you're like, whoa, holy shit, and then next thing you know, there's like 4 other stages, and then you save Prin.
They kind of do that in the Game Boy Advance version of Super Ghouls'n Ghosts. There's an arrange mode where you can play remakes of levels from older games if you're good enough. you have to maintain a certain armor level to see these levels.
Did you do it?
Oh yeah. So it's way harder.
How are the Game Boy Advance versions?
There actually is a Game Boy Advance version of the first game that only came out in Japan.
Oh really?
Yeah. Of Ghosts and Goblins. It was from the NES Classics collection.
I know there was a Game Boy Color version.
Oh, the Game Boy Color version. Remember when I said they might be different, the NES version and the Game Boy Color version? The Game Boy Color version is actually based off of that inferior NES version.
So it's bad?
Well, it's not bad. It's like the best version of that, I guess. It has save states.
Oh, okay.
But and it's portable.
Wait.
It's Micronix. That's the name of the company that did it. Micronix.
Are we talking about the 3DS version or the NES version?
Oh, the NES version.
Oh, okay.
It's
Game Boy Color version or 3DS version?
The Game Boy. Well, it's Micronix wasn't around at that point, but Capcom based the Game Boy Color version off the Micronix Nintendo version.
So there's save states in the Game Boy Color version?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty crazy.
Well, there's save files in the Super Nintendo or in the Game Boy Advance version of Super Ghouls'n Ghosts.
Oh, okay.
And
those ports kind of just came out like there was like no fanfare. I remember like you I think one day I just came over and you whoa
holy shit. And I think we're gonna end on that note. Next time, a video game playing friends club, another game.